Happy manifesting day to you whenever you're hanging out with me. If it's live, it is Monday, and I'm hoping you're feeling centered, solid, secure, happy, healthy, and whole. So today I want to share with you something that I mentioned last week, and it is the term Gestalt, which means essentially whole. This is a technique that Fritz Perls founded many years ago, 1920s actually. And I'm not going to go into his whole theory of therapy, but I'm going to share one aspect with you that I found to be extremely helpful and healing. And it's a process that helped me gain clarity. It helps me gain clarity and a sense of peace and wholeness. And I love the saying, be really whole and all things will come to you. And I found the more I work on becoming more whole, the more centered I feel, the more at home within myself I feel, the less I experience drama and trauma in my life, and the more things show up with grace, ease, and clarity. And I want that for you as well. So this is going to be a simple process that you can use yourself anytime, any place. Hi, Natalie. How are you? Oh, I love France too. I've never been there, but I do want to go someday. How are you, sweet thing? So awesome to be connecting here. So Gestalt, the portion that I want to speak of today can also be called the empty chair technique. And I mentioned this last week when I was talking to Sandy Cosner. Simple process. And you can use this for just about anything when you're not feeling well. And it can be maybe you're starting to get a little bit of a cold, or perhaps you're struggling with a really intense physical condition. Maybe you're really overweight and you don't want to be, or maybe you've been diagnosed with something really scary, or perhaps you're having a challenge in a relationship. Maybe it's a relationship with a parent or somebody you're dating or a husband or wife. So this can be used for a lot of different things. And all it takes is a chair and another chair, an empty chair. So what I like to do before I start a Gestalt, whether I'm facilitating it for a client or whether I'm just doing it for myself, is the 3-step process that I've shared with you a while back. Center yourself in yourself, set your intentions, invite spirit in for the highest good of all concerned. Very simple practice that I use in many ways and many places in my life. Something I certainly want to use when I'm doing a counseling session or wanting to go deeper in my own understanding or my sense of being more whole and more clear. Come and visit. I would love that. That would be really fun. We have been talking about making a European excursion and adventure sometime soon. So of course I'll be in touch with you, Natalie. So the Gestalt, the empty chair technique. So for example, I'm going to share with you a Gestalt I did a few years back that's been very helpful. Hi, Maggie. How are you, honey? Happy Monday to you too. So say I'm getting a little bit sick. I'm feeling a cold come on, and I've struggled with several of them during this season, okay? So I sit in a chair and I set up this other chair. And my intention is to have a conversation with this cold to figure out what the heck is going on. And again, this can be anything. It could be cancer. It could be your extra weight. It could be anything. So we're just going to discuss this as my cold as an example. So I can center myself, set my intentions for clarity and healing, and then I invite spirit in for the highest good of all concerned. So I say, for example, to my cold, why are you dragging me down? Why am I sick again? Why these bugs? Why these viruses? Why is my immune system suppressed? I get out whatever it is that I want to say, okay? And then when I feel I've done that, I get up and I go sit in the other chair and I lend myself to the consciousness of the cold. And then I sit quietly and I wait for whatever wants to bubble up, whatever wisdom, whatever truth, whatever words want to bubble up, do so. And then I allow myself to express. And what I got in this situation was, well, Tammy, I'm giving you permission to relax. Just a little bit of a bug. It's not cancer. It's nothing intense. It's just permission for you to slow down, chill out, and relax. that's interesting. Hadn't considered that. So I go back and I sit in the first chair and I say, okay, well, if I relax, will you go away? If I give myself permission to relax and chill and slow down before I get sick, will I have to get sick? So then I go back to the other chair. And what it said was, no, I've served my purpose then. Permission to relax granted. And you know what? I did that Gestalt 5 years ago, and I haven't been sick since. It's pretty cool. I also used to have a lot of issues around, and I've mentioned this before, eating sugar. I had like this sugar addiction, but when I would eat it, I would feel really rotten, fatigued and depressed. It really affected me physically and emotionally. So I did a Gestalt with sugar, which ended up becoming a Gestalt with my pancreas. And what my pancreas said was, when I said, why can't you assimilate sugar? It makes me really mad that I can't eat sweets without being really affected. My pancreas said, you can't handle the sweetness. And that immediately brought me to tears because it was so true. And not just about eating sugar, but sweetness and kindness and affection from other people. I couldn't tolerate it. It made me ill. So I set that intention then and there to be able to start to receive kindness more graciously, to start being more kind and gentle and sweet with myself and to myself and for myself. And now I can have sugar and it doesn't have that same effect on me. It's kind of come into balance. There was information in that. I think there's always information and there's always an opportunity for healing in any situation when we are struggling. We aren't designed to struggle and suffer as human beings. We're here to learn to live a more grace-filled, easy, joyful, whole, and healthy existence. But sometimes it's our challenges that bring to our awareness that there's something that needs to be addressed. So another instance that I used this Gestalt that was extremely helpful and enlightening was when I was dealing with I guess a teacher of sorts. I wouldn't really say a spiritual teacher, but a teacher. He was a voice coach. And I was finding myself feeling a little bit stressed out about the situation. He was saying some things that didn't feel very good and that made me doubt myself. And so I did a Gestalt with him. I said, okay, Mr. Man, I want to understand what's going on here. Why are you saying these things? What's happening? I don't feel you're trying to empower me here. And when I sat in the chair, what I got was, I enjoy feeling like I have power over you. I enjoy feeling like I have some control. Do you think someone like you would ever talk to me if it wasn't in a situation like this? Well, that was weird. I never considered that. And that's the thing. When you do the Gestalt, it can take courage. You might think it's weird. You might think it's strange, but stretch out of your comfort zone. There is no downside to this. And there's possibly, quite possibly, a lot of upside to it. And often what I find is things drop into my awareness that I hadn't consciously considered. It was like that wasn't on my radar at all. So as I sat in this chair and continued the conversation, and he said, we wouldn't be friends. We wouldn't be in conversation if it wasn't this teacher-student situation. And I kind of enjoy having this kind of power. Interesting. I wouldn't have considered that. So then I sat back in my chair and I said, well, it doesn't feel very good. And I find it confusing. So then I asked my inner child, which is always a good Gestalt to have, what she thought and felt about this. And I said to my inner child, I'm confused about how to deal with this situation or this relationship with this teacher. My inner child sat in the chair and said, I'm not confused. I don't like him. It was so clear. It was so right in my face. All of a sudden, my confusion lifted. The stress, the pit in my stomach, the wondering how I was going to deal with the situation, was I going to go back to him? Was I not going to go back to him? What was I going to say? How I was going to handle it? Was completely lifted in that very moment. And you know what? I blessed him on his path. I thanked him for the healing opportunity, for the opportunity to become more whole and healthy and at home within myself. And I wasn't mad. It wasn't like I was angry. It was like there was no emotion around it anymore. Bless him on his path, and God bless me on mine. So the Gestalt can be used for a lot of reasons. If you're struggling, again, with any kind of health, physical challenge, symptom, from an ingrown toenail to an accident to a tumor. Have a conversation with that tumor. What is it there to teach you? What does it want you to know? Because I think when we get that deeper understanding, that deeper knowing, sometimes our challenges and issues can be dissolved and released with grace and ease. It served its purpose. My cold served its purpose. It said, slow down, relax, be good to yourself, be kind to yourself. My sugar problem no longer was a problem when I understood the deeper issue and the deeper challenge and addressed that. Be kind to yourself, be more gentle with yourself. And now I can have sugar in a balanced way. I don't want it every meal, but I can have a little bit and it's fine. We've come into a healthy accord and a wonderful relationship. And again, if you're struggling in any kind of relationship, be it a family member, be it a teacher, be it a coworker, this is a really great opportunity to have a conversation and get their side of it. I asked my teachers once, why does this work? It's weird. Why does this work? And they said something rather profound. I've had to sit with it a lot, and I think I probably still benefit from sitting with it more. They only exist in your consciousness. The problems, the challenges, the people only exist in your consciousness. And you can use these challenges as opportunities for healing. Use anything and everything you can for your learning, upliftment, and growth. And we can avoid and deny and argue with the people that drive us crazy or our health challenges. We can get the tumors cut out. We can get the cancer cut off. But if we're not dealing with a deeper message, the deeper opportunity for our own healing and health and wholeness, it feels like the universe sometimes plays whack-a-mole. You might get rid of that person that's annoying you, but somebody else with that same challenge, that same issue will show up because we didn't get the deeper message. So I always say, go for the deeper message. Let's get beneath what the discomfort is or the challenge or the upset is. Let's go for the deeper cut. And this empty chair situation, opportunity, experience is a way of getting to this deeper place of understanding what it is our soul wants us to learn or know. Because again, there's opportunities in everything. Dis-ease, we are uneasy. So how do we create ease? How can we get to the place of greater ease? How can we get to the place of greater awareness, consciousness, understanding? How can we raise up in our altitude so that things appear clearer? And again, we can make things bad or wrong. We can make people and coworkers bad or wrong. I could still be mad at this teacher who was trying to have power over me. Or I could ask my soul, what is it I'm supposed to be learning from this? What is the opportunity here for me? And it was really trust yourself. Trust your comfort, trust your discomfort. Trust your inner wisdom. Don't worry about anything else. Take care of you, your connection to your higher self and to source, and let everything else take care of itself. So this could be an easy thing for you to try. And again, it's weird, no doubt. And you might have to stretch out of your comfort zone a little or a lot, and it might take some courage. But if you do, I would suspect and even maybe bet that you're going to get some information that could be very helpful for you, very healing for you. And I would love to hear from you if you do this. And again, it can be used for anything and everything from the smallest to the largest challenge in your life. So again, you can look it up online, look up Gestalt or empty chair process, and simple, just set up 2 chairs, or you could set up a chair in your bed and just have that conversation with whatever it is that's causing you discomfort and let that aspect speak back to you. All you have to do is just relax into your heart and lend yourself to that symptom or person or challenge. Let it respond to you and go back and forth as long as you need to. There have been times that I've done this for myself and it just took one switching from chair to chair and it was done. I was clear, it was lifted. Sometimes it goes back and forth a lot. I facilitated clients that have done this, and sometimes it goes back 5, 6, 8, 10 times. Just let it be what it is and go for as long as you need it to, till you get to the place of more equanimity, more understanding, more clarity, and more peace. and more wholeness. So I hope you try this, and I hope you get some value from it, and I hope you are in touch with me and share your personal experiences of it. And if there's anything I can do to support you with it, if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, experiences you want to share, I'm always rolling out the red carpet for the continued conversation, because I really think we heal in relationship, in relatedness. You're not alone. You don't have to do this life alone. Alone is an illusion, because in truth, we are all one. And so I hope you are feeling that sense of connection to your soul and higher source and self. And I think everything we want comes from that. As we take care of our relationship with that something greater and set the intention to become more whole, we are met with God winks and grace and synchronicity. And for me, wonderful relationships, prosperity, joy, and life can become a cosmic love affair, as long as we don't make the out there the enemy. We make the out there a reflection of the in here. And if it's bad and challenging, take responsibility for the in here, and it will shift. And then you will get higher, and you will experience more joy and grace and beauty and synchronicity. And I want that for you. And yes, Natalie, you will do it for sure. I really welcome your experience of it. This worked a lot for me when I was dating. Would have conversations with these guys. I was, why didn't you call me back? Because I'm dating somebody else. And the weird thing is, I would end up having conversations later, and they would say the same thing I got in that chair. Interesting God winks. Let you know this stuff is for real. So please be in touch with your thoughts and ideas and experiences if you do the empty chair or Gestalt. And I would really enjoy hearing from you. And again, welcome anything and everything that you have to share. And please know that you are in my heart, meditation, and prayers, and that I appreciate you and adore you. I so love being able to connect with you here, and I love hearing from you at any time. So private message me, be in touch on the thread, and continue to take good, gentle care of yourself. And I hope to talk to you very, very soon. Kisses to you, Natalie. Kisses, kisses, kisses. And God bless you. Onward and upward. Take good, gentle care of yourself. And let's connect again soon. God bless you. I love you. Bye for now.